Welcome to the FPL USA Press Play podcast. You're here with Brian Chin, aka at FPL USA Brian, and we're joined by a special guest at FPL_Hunt, one of the huntsmen, one of the elite members of the hashtag FPL USA community. How are you doing, Connor? What's good?
What's up? Elite?
Nice to
You
have
say
you
elite,
on.
but we're like, both of us are like over 1 million. Well, I'm like around 1 million.
I mean, you could still end, top 250K through some magic, but my season has long been over, let me tell you. But, in California here, you're based in San Diego area. I'm in the Central Coast. It is hotter than the devil's tit. Oh, my goodness. I think it was 91 degrees today. I had to go get the fade because I'm hot and bothered. And then on top of that, I wasn't going to have any drinks. I drank a lot for my birthday this weekend. Just saw the fam, pretty chilled. But when there's an extra set of hands to hold the baby, there's 2 beers in my hands.
There
So
we go. I
was pretty happy. But anyway, I wasn't going to have a beer today. But then, it's St. Patty's Day. It's kind of fitting to have an alcoholic beverage, especially when it's 90 degrees out still at 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah. There we go. You need that. After today, bro, yeah, I was dying.
Did you watch any Champions League today or catch any of the results?
No, I saw the results. I mean, the English team, it's crazy because they did so well in the group stage, and then you just all crash out. And then Arsenal just being Arsenal. I should have bet on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea only lost 2-8 on aggregate. So is that good?
Yeah. I don't know what you guys are doing anymore.
I mean, at least they have the FIFA World Cup little trophy in their arsenal.
World champions,
PSG came out and they took that fucking personally, right? Yeah, I think they had the little celebration tour in the summer, and PSG just absolutely wrecked Chelsea shit. And that's the reason why Bucks is not on the podcast. He said he was yelling at his TV so much that he almost gave himself an aneurysm. We're gonna land on a migraine plus his 3 kids being put to bed, but he is out for today. So you're joined by Connor and myself. So let's get into it. Let's talk about game week 30. I'm just actually going to throw up a little screen share, see how our teams did. Bam. Look at that. We're live. We're doing it. So, this is the wrong slide though. Get out of town. Let's try that again, Connor. How do we even get back to this? We don't know where the screen is.
Is that Bucks's?
No, this is actually the manager of the game week. So
okay.
We'll do it live. We'll just start here in the FPL USA Press Play Palooza free to enter mini league. Kuka Gucci posted up 85 points. Solid live overall rank of 228K. 85 though, 40 better than the average score. Raya, Gabrielle, Hill, Lacroix. Nice clean sheets there. All 7, 8, 9 pointers. Dango comes in with his first little cheeky return with a 8-point assist. Bruno, 2 assists. He did captain Holland, and then he had Thiago. So could have even been more impressive if he went with the Bruno cap. But well done to the Kuka Gucci mastermind.
That's how bad the game week is. It's like the highest scorer had a captain playing.
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. I feel like I've been blanking my life away. But anyway, let's go to our scores now. Look at that. Now we're on screen here. I'll start with my team. If you can look at this and believe it, I was on 61 points, but then a minus 24 to end on 37. The first of its kind. I don't think I've ever taken more than a minus 12, and that was like back in the day of learning how to play FPL and trying to like match my mini league rival, like move for move down the wire for the championship. And then the guy, like when I first started playing, he didn't even pay out the championship. We all had put in at least $50. And then like I was like playing, and he's like, I didn't collect the money, so like you don't win anything.
That's like my worst nightmare because it's like,
dude, I was like,
what if something happens to the person running it too? It's like everyone's just out a lot of money. Like,
you're trying to find like the parents. I know you're grieving, but
yeah,
can you try and get into that Venmo account? Yeah, so as we discussed in the pod last week, I am at the point in the season where, and I should have been doing this probably 10 game weeks ago, but every other game week, I'll be taking a minus 24 to minus 40 to just reset the team. And we're going to chase a few bounties because there are a few cash leagues that I am part of that have highest scoring player of the week gets a bag. So we're chasing those. So I got 3 leagues that I have bounty eligibility. And so that's what we're going for. So this game week in blank game week 31, I'll be bench boosting. So this is the team that I took in. So, actually did pretty decent if I didn't have all those crazy hits. So I'm hoping that they can do the business next week, especially because I had Tiao and Hall on the bench with some clean sheets. This bench boost was at 18 points. I'd take 18 points on a bench boost. So let's hope that they can deliver the goods in blank game week 31. But enough about my crappy squad. Let's go to Spain without the S. Break it down.
Every week it's like that, bro. Mine's also crappy squad because Salah doesn't play. So for about
differential cap.
I know. It's just like every week you try to do something, but nothing works. It's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. For 60 minutes, I was like, maybe they just won't come on.
Yeah.
Because then you have like Cha on the bench and stuff, but no. Yeah.
Of course
56 points.
No bench jam for you this year, Connor.
No. Yeah.
How long have you had this as your team name? I want to say since I met you, which is
I don't even remember. Because I remember when I first started playing, and I was just trying to get into like top 100K, or like I was just taking hits every week, and I was like, oh, this game sucks. It's just pain every week. And now we're back. We're full circle.
Who got you involved in FPL? Like, who brought you in? Because you're on the younger side of our hashtag FPL USA community, so kind of curious.
Well, I played soccer since I was little, but I never really watched. I was a defender. I was like a fullback or center back, depending on the team. And really technically bad, but I'm just really fast, so it doesn't matter. Nice. Van de Ven, no.
with the same hamstrings, that's what kept you from leveling.
Oh, actually, though, I did have bad hamstrings, so it's the same thing. And then when I went to college, left back.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So then when I went to college, I started watching everything, Premier League, Champions League, and then I decided it was fantasy and just started messing around, and that's kind of just how it started. It was like natural.
Nice. All right. Well, this season, top 10K is probably not in the cards for you, but you've had many top 10K finishes, so I will throw this season straight in the fucking bin light it on fire and never hopefully hear from it again. But we still have 8 more game weeks to go. So lots of action, lots of chips to be played, etc., etc. So let's keep it moving here. Anything from the weekend that really caught your eye, though, in terms of football or some of the players that stood out? Popular players like Anderson, Harry Wilson, Ekatike, Salah, all fucking blanked their life away. Oh, Cole Palmer, I see he's also in your squad, my captain.
Yeah.
Actually had a few chances in the first half and just shot it right at the keeper a couple times. I'm like, yep, that's sums up his season. It's just been not quite in form.
I mean, the weekend was just so boring. I only watched like part of, like the lowest goal total or something of like all time in the Premier League. And apparently, March is like the lowest goal month of the Premier League season, and then April is the highest.
Oh, please!
So we might be getting more interesting stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was just boring. The defenders stand out, I guess, because you just get clean sheets. But
9 total clean sheets.
Yeah,
which also meant a lot of it's 0-0. I'm just gonna turn this off. I got other shit to do. It's like, and I think even worse, like just some of the XG totals from some of the teams are just like pretty pathetic, like just not even like worth watching.
So I feel like it's a season-long thing too. We're always like, oh, who do we target?
It's a fucking epidemic, is what it is.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Yep. But you know, you got a team like Arsenal keep racking up 3-point wins while City fall to the wayside. Villa shit the bed. They look like they're completely off it. They might miss out on Champions League if they keep this up, right?
I think they will.
Yeah.
They've been
I
so
mean,
bad. I
they've
don't
been
know
just
who scores.
overperforming too. Like
Yeah.
I just don't like. You look at the talent on their squad. You're just like, I guess like Unai Emery's doing a great job, but like you know, Morgan Rogers has had a few big games, and then like Ollie Watkins hasn't done much, consistently like we're expecting him to do so. But yeah, and I think if you're a United fan and if you're an Arsenal fan, you're basically happy. Everyone else is like I'm just trying not to get relegated.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then all these teams, like, they're in European football matches, right? So you're playing 3 matches in a week or in 8 days or 9 days. And like, I think that has, the whole team looking ahead. Obviously, some of the deeper teams, they can rotate and still put up decent performances, but the knockout rounds of the Champions League are super important. And then we
It's
saw
such
today,
a
like,
it's such a big advantage. Like you said, United. One game a
zero
week. Yeah.
leagues to play for other than the Premier League. So they're pacing well. Sheshko does it again, though. That lad is he's putting up all the goal totals that I thought Isak or maybe some of the other big movers might have. Jokeres, I guess João Pedro has put together quite the campaign, but yeah, he's one of those young strikers that's really done the business. Waltamade, there's a lot of big, Wissa moving teams, and yeah, Sheshko, the one kind of rounding into form towards the end of the season.
He
Interesting to
was
see.
like 90 million or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But yeah, he's got like a 90-inch vertical, so they paid him 1 million euros per vertical inch. He's towering in the air as an athlete. But all right, well, let's move on and take a look at the blank game week, which is coming up. So Manchester City and Crystal Palace is postponed, and then Wolves and Arsenal will not be featuring either. So it's interesting here. They say that the the City and Crystal Palace matches PP, but then don't even show the other match, which I guess has technically been played in double game week 26. So Friday fixtures. I'm going to Las Vegas on Thursday for the start of March Madness, so it's going to be about 95 degrees there.
I was gonna ask, like, isn't it
It's
way
going to be
hotter there too?
it's even worse. It's the desert hot. Like I'm at least close by the ocean, get a little breeze, but man, we're gonna be in Las Vegas. But the boys and I, we got a cabana one day at the Venetian, so we're just gonna post up. We got the multiple TVs in that thing, and gonna watch all the games, and then I'm gonna have Bournemouth and United, which should be a fun match on my little tablet. Watching that while all the March Madness basketball games are going on. So what do you see in this one? Is this going to be Bournemouth have kept a few random ass clean sheets, and Senesi and Hill defconning their lives away, so you love to see that. But I hope this is more like a 2-2 or a 3-2 to United.
Well, they've been keeping cleans, but it's high XG every game. Like, there's
so
just been
just
a
lucky
bunch of chances.
variance on the other
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
I don't know. Bruno Cap might be on the cards here too. I mean, United just keep going strong every week. I don't see why it would stop in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree. Bruno is trickling in the points, 2 assists, bonus. He's just a bonus monster. So he has a very high floor. You're expecting at least 5 points from him as your captain. Maybe he gets a goal and an assist, and then you're cruising with a 12, 13 pointer pretty easily. So I like that. The Friday cap is like kind of shitty because then you just have the rest of the weekend and you're just like, nothing quite to look forward to. But that's where the herd will be. And we'll talk about captaincy a little bit later, but I wonder if there are any other standout choices which we can try and decipher from the rest of these matches. What's up with Bumo? Is Bumo
I was gonna
pegged for
say,
out? Like, what are your thoughts on his XG recently, and just hasn't been shooting much from what I've seen?
I mean, this game seems like a good Bumo game. I don't know how you can get rid of him when he plays either,
Yeah.
because he's at least starting. You know,
Yep.
he's always good. He's just a stable pick full season. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't hit those double digit hauls. He's trickled on a lot of points, and you have to have other problems in your team to field, a better squad. And especially if you're moving off of somebody like Holland, you have plenty of money, so don't even worry about the fact
Yeah.
that he's like 8.5 mil, right? Just wait until game week 32 and then figure out what you're gonna do then. All right, all right. Moving down the line here. Anything else? What's some of your favorite matches you might want to watch this weekend, Connor?
I think just look at your team for all the teams to target because you have
Fulham,
literally everyone.
Burnley,
Yeah.
Fulham and Burnley. I have. Ugh, Leno's been so bad this year, but I got the Leno Anderson double clean sheet this past weekend, which was kind of a surprise. Can they do it again at home versus Burnley? Probably not.
Maybe
I
not.
feel like
Yeah.
Jaden Anthony, son of Will Smith, he's just going to put it in. I feel like Fulham win like 2-1, but maybe they'll keep it clean and make me a happy boy.
This is just a treading water week, and you just like
Yeah.
throw out players and hope they do something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no other picks, right? Like you probably won't go Jimenez as your third forward, would you?
I just don't know why you would transfer that guy in when he does 60 minutes. It's like this
First pen in 60 minutes, maybe.
because my team, I actually do have to make a transfer now because Chalaba injury and Ballard
Oh,
injury.
Ballard,
Yeah.
hammy too, right? That
Yeah, so I'll probably just bring in Anderson and be really boring because it's
okay.
the I guess best fixtures are Fulham versus Burnley or Newcastle Sunderland.
Okay.
But I mean, even Sunderland Newcastle, like I can see Sunderland drawing or even like it's a derby. You don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
And we're recording before Newcastle travel to Camp Nou and play Barcelona in a 1-1 tie in Champions League, right? If they didn't have that match at all, I'd be feeling pretty bullish about my double Newcastle defense and even Gordon. But if they even have a chance versus Barca, they're gonna go. They could all those guys could go 90 minutes hard, and then there's
They go
rotation.
120.
So yeah, exactly right. So I am not loving that for my team going into this week. I have one free transfer, and I will not be taking a hit. And so I'm hoping that those guys come out of that match unscathed. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to slide into your DMs to figure out what the priority transfer is in on bench boost there. But yeah, Anthony Gordon chips in his it was his second open play goal in like a year. Long in the Premier League, right? He's hit some big scores in cup competitions, but for some reason the Premier League he was just not tapping in goals. So he got an 11 pointer for my team this week. Would love to see another 11 pointer versus Sunderland.
Well, you gotta hope he
Plays,
plays.
yep, I know.
Yeah,
Otherwise he's a candidate to move on for sure. So we'll see how that goes. Villa versus West Ham. Could this be a little bounce back performance from Villa at home versus West Ham if they want any chance of staying in the Champions League spots at the end of the season? They got to get 3 points here, right? So, I guess they play in some fucking random European competition.
I think it's Europa.
Are they in Europa? Well,
I
there
think
you have
so,
it.
right? They're the only them
Click
in
the
Forest,
buttons.
right?
Click that. I couldn't remember. It was Brighton. They missed.
Because they do, yeah. Lille.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Europa. So we'll see what happens there. That match.
West Ham
I
have been putting up good defensive numbers though. Like I was thinking when we were talking about your bench boost too, I was like maybe Hermanson.
Hermanson.
Yeah, or a
Yeah.
defender,
Yeah.
which
Instead, I
seems
ended up
crazy.
on
But
Emmy Martinez, the fucking He's a shit stirrer every single time he's on the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, even though I don't really like his antics, I did have him at the end of last season. I had him and Kanza on like this random double up on
Oh
both
my
events,
god.
and they kept cleaning. Like I wildcarded them in around like 30 or something, and I got like 5 cleans out of the last 8 games from them. So they actually really helped my my OR towards the end of what was a good season compared to this one. Yeah.
I guess Emery teams always have that potential.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I have both Palmer and Joe Ladro in the team. Everton hosting Chelsea. Chelsea get waxed at home once again. Then they also have this fucking ban of transfers weighing over their heads. The self-reported just shitstorm from the new ownership and the U.S. ownership purchasing Chelsea from Abramovich. I mean, interesting to see this. I think they got off a little bit lighter than they probably would have if they had not self-reported. Yet you see a team like City who have 115 million freaking charges, and it's like, we got lawyers. We'll just keep this going on until the until the day is done. So anyway, so it's a weird spot to be in for Chelsea. They've not looked good at all in the last couple weeks. So I'm a little nervous to see how they perform away at Everton, who have, they can keep it tight. So,
but maybe no Tarko, no Branthwaite.
yeah,
Is
you're looking at
Katie
like what,
okay?
O'Brien and somebody else. I think Katie is
Yeah.
just going to play. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm just not as bullish. If Palmer could have been in form, I would have thought like, maybe that's your differential cap instead of going with Bruno. But man, captaincy options this week are just it is rough. It is rough. I mean, Liverpool, I think that's probably the only other team that I would consider for captaincy is
Yeah, who's gonna
Salah or
play?
Ekitike. But who knows? They play tomorrow in UCL, and I think they're down 1-0.
And it's Wednesday, Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's like
disgusting.
terrible.
And
Yeah.
they're traveling. Are they at home? No, they're at home versus Galatasaray, something like that. So, yeah, much to determine there. All right, I think that covers most of the games. Like, Leeds United, Brentford. You hope that the likes of Dango or Sade or Thiago continue to score. Leeds play better at home, so not sure what to expect in that one. And then the only other games like Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. You couldn't pay me to watch that. That is the last match. I guess they're on that at the same time as Villa.
It's a relegation scrap.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
guess,
good.
yeah, watching
0
those
goals.
two teams yo-yo
Yeah.
up and down. But I guess Tottenham did. They scraped by a point versus Liverpool, who just fucking around towards the end, and Richie comes in, does what the Pigeon Man does, saves them a point. So it was a pretty big point, actually. Yeah, so there's, like you said, treading water type of game week. All right. Next up, just want to take a look here and see what else we got on the docket. We have a couple FPL community questions that I'm going to drop in here in a second. And most of them are from this man called at FPL Paz. Have you ever heard of him?
No, never.
Yeah, he's a wannabe FPL player from what I've heard. So we're gonna put this up on screen once again. And the man just spams. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He was just like his subconscious. He's like, I have questions. I got to put them in here. So his first one, Dango or Anderson?
Okay, so this is because every week he begs me to tell him who to start. And yeah, I told him Anderson last week instead of Dango.
Beautiful. And I've seen the man on his knees before. He was begging you for for the advice, and then of course there's just maybe like 15 messages in a row in the group chat of just him blaming you for all his life decisions. So, I hope you were there, Connor, for should I propose to my fiance, my wife now? Should I do X, Y, Z? I feel like you're just part of his daily decision tree, and he must consult you. So,
Yeah, he asked who is my favorite member of FPL USA, and it's him because he's always there. When everyone else is asleep or at work, he's in the chat messaging. And I appreciate that, Paz. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I wonder what he like on a day to day. His response rate is very high for someone who I believe works in law. So maybe he has AI just reading all his briefings.
Wait, Paz, or he's just Paz is just an AI bot, and we've been interacting with.
Yep.
Some random.
He's like, here's me like fucking running by the water in Miami. It's just like that's just an AI generated image.
Yeah. Oh God.
Put the sunlight at 6:12 p.m. so it's approaching dusk, and here's the view of the boat off the water. It's like, nah, he's just a bot. But he's doing better than both of us, so I have to tip my cap to him a bit. He went with the Bruno cap, of course,
because he does a template every week. Dude, he's boring. Boring.
On the captaincy, he is like ultimate snooze fest. Whatever the fucking robots tell him to do.
He asked me what to do, and then he just does whatever review says. So.
All right, next question is from @myCayman_fan, aka Matt. Wants to know, what are your thoughts on wildcard later in the season? Are you team wildcard in 32 or in 35? Those are like the two spots that people are talking about. So curious your thoughts there, Connor.
I think that's a great question. And the answer is, I don't know yet. It basically just depends on the doubles. Because, the way my team is set up, though, if the highest likelihood doubles, like projected doubles, come through, then I'll probably wildcard 35, actually. Just because I have Salah, and then you can hold through 32, 34. But I think like anything is viable. Like they all come around the same like projected outcome. It just depends on doubles. That's why like last week I asked Bucks like, hey, should I make a transfer? But I'm trying to hold as many as possible, and I think everyone else should too, because we have no idea what's gonna happen. And there's like a whole international break, like people are gonna get injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when do we find out when the doubles are going to be locked in?
It's like right before the 32 deadline. I think we only have a couple days before to do wild card. FA Cup. I don't know the dates, but it's a couple.
I should know this too, but I have before checked out on that.
Let's see. April 4th.
Yeah, so that's right before the 32 deadline, I believe. Let's see.
Oh, the next month is going to be boring.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, Game Week 32 starts on Friday, April 10th. It's a long couple weeks here.
Yeah, so you have like 5 days to do wildcard. Because, I would not press wildcard despite price changes, because it could be anything. Like 32 could have doubles also. It could be City, Palace could be placed there. There's like a million things that could happen.
Yeah. But now City are out of Champions League too, so they might have a little
if
more
Palace also go out of Conference League, then it will likely go into 32.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay. Interesting. All right, lots to decipher, but if you have your wild card, just be flexible. I would say don't be too rigid. You want to look at your team. If you've started to spread some of those Holland funds out, and then all of a sudden City double. Like I have no City players in my team right now, and I didn't have any in for like 2 weeks before this as well. and then all of a sudden you're like, actually, I want Holland, Semenyo, and Nico O'Reilly for a double game week. Like that's the basis of maybe pulling the wild card trigger. So try and stack those transfers if you are playing competitively, which I am not, but take Connor's advice there. Next up from Corey Cummings, aka at the Run CMC, he wants to know who the best Holland replacement is this week. Are there any other shouts outside of the popular Thiago, João Pedro, Ekitike? So, are there any other forwards we could potentially consider? Like, is Ollie Watkins, could that be a rogue shout if money's not an option?
I mean, if you hate yourself.
Dude, I mean, I have Ekitike, and I've captained him 4 times this year.
Oh, me blanks, too, yeah.
All blanks, and then when I fucking don't have him, he hauls tits. So it was absolutely brutal.
It's slim pickings this week. I guess, like, if you're making I'm just assuming you're doing it for a 1 week thing. So I guess like DCL if you also hate yourself.
That penalty. Did you see that penalty?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, dude. Typical DCL. And I think he's in Theoris team and came up with a big 0 pointer because he did not
I brought it in for Theoris team. He got the pen, but it's bad.
Should have been a 9 pointer. Yeah, but he's
bad. Bowen, I guess. Raul for 1/2 of a game.
Hopefully 59th minute sub there.
Yeah, there's like no one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it is interesting because you're just like, you want to make 2 transfers and spread that cash places. Like, I would probably still look at Salah. Get 2 penalty takers and hopefully get one pen from those.
Yeah. Bring in. I mean, even like a 1 game week thing, I'd rather have like another defender or something. If you're doing this right before wildcard, like maybe don't even transfer him out. Because
if you're not wildcarding in 32, for example, maybe just bench Holland and grab a defender and try and spike that 15 pointer that way.
Yeah. So. I think so.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone who tossed in some #FPL community questions. We had actually one last one from Bucks. He wants to know, if you're fielding 10 players, is it worth the -4 to field?
I just realized he took a -4 last week too. For Salah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, this week at least it's like, you would hope it's a -2 if they appear.
Yeah. I mean, if it's for like someone good enough. If it's just for a body, like no. Any like Fulham player, I guess, Anderson, Wilson. I think he already has Wilson. But yeah. Depends on who the player is. Do you know who he was thinking of bringing in?
No, I don't know, but I think in general, just anybody who's in that position, like especially if you're chasing, I would just take the hit and just hope that you catch a lightning bottle for 1 week. You get that 12 to 15 point haul, and that'll be a memorable part of your season. And if not, they appear for 2 points, and it took a -2 to field 11. So that's kind of where I would lean, just to have more fun in a relatively shitty game week. Yeah,
but don't do it for a forward, I would say.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like an Ollie Watkins type of 12 this weekend. He hasn't done it in a long time, but I feel like I don't know. I got a little tingling sensation down under there. I think it might pop off. So, all right. Thank you for entertaining us with your #FPL community questions. Let's move on here to our bus teams, and we can talk about transfer plans and captaincy shouts. Hey, look at this squad. Run us through it, Connor. What do you got here?
Dubravka in the back, Senesi, Chalaba, Ballard, Bruno, Salah, Anderson, Wilson, Palmer, Ekitike, Thiago. So
well planned.
Yeah. It looks pretty good on paper. 2 injuries, so I'll be making a transfer for sure. And I think I get defaulted into Anderson. Ideally, I would want like Virgil or something in the
Yeah.
lines where I save wild card, but he costs too much, so I think it's
Yeah.
just
You don't have
Chalaba to
any money in the
Anderson.
bank?
Like 1-ish million, so it's not enough.
Oh, you're
Or
just short on that?
yeah, 0.8. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you're just short.
So captaincy is the other dilemma. So it's between Bruno and Wilson. So who knows? Maybe I'll change it last minute. Right now it's on Bruno, just because he's safe, takes pens. But
I mean, what is his EO going to be this game week? 160, 170?
yeah,
Like, it's going to be
at
so
least like
high.
150. I know it's so boring. I remember like game week 1, 2, everyone was just shitting on Bruno. Okay,
Yep, of
what a
course.
bad pick. He's so deep, and then
Yeah.
he gets like some points, and everyone's like, he's changed. Oh my god, yeah.
Yep. He's in a very forgettable United run over the last 5 years. He's been a constant, just like, hey, like I go out here and I try hard no matter who the shitty players they surround me with, and still kind of the heartbeat of the team, right? So, yeah, I mean, if he makes 2 more penalties this year, he's probably, by far and away the number 1 point scorer for mids, right? He's got to be up there now with
It's
some of
because
the.
it's a low bar. But
Yeah, that's also
so
true.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's Salah last year 310 or something
something
fucking
crazy. Yeah.
insane. He's gonna
Well,
barely
that's why
score
like
like 20
assists
points.
in this game are so stupid because it's just like you can just tap it to your left and someone can score a banger and it counts
Yeah,
as points. It's like there's
yeah,
so much variance.
yeah, for sure. So this could be the Matrix team. Mr. Anderson gonna deliver you the goods this week, Connor. So good luck on your double Anderson duo there. All right, moving to my team very quickly, which again, I took a minus 24 last week to set up for this beautiful bench boost. And you know what? Everyone's healthy at the moment. So I'm just sweating out Champions League matches. We got Leno in goal, Virgil, Anderson, Hall, Bruno Cap, Palmer, Wilson, Gordon, Ekatike, Thiago, João Pedro, and then the bench boost of Emi Martinez, Rogers, Chow, and Hill. So I actually have 1.4 million in the bank as well. So if shit hits the fan, like I can make some moves. But anything here to note? And I honestly, like, it was like Friday night, and I was just like trying to find a different defender from Hill, and I was like, fuck it. He's 3.9 million. I'm just keeping him to the side, figure it out later, and he comes good with a nice return at least in game week 30. So, any notes here?
If you don't win the bounty, it's gonna be so sad because it's like you have 4 more players
I
minimum
know.
than everyone.
Yeah,
I wonder
I
if
know.
someone else is doing the same thing and they're bench boosting.
I mean, this is probably my best chance. So, and you know what sucks is I had a 96 pointer with the 40 points from Palmer capped, and I missed out by 5 points or something that game week, which was just absolutely disgusting to still did not hit that game week, hit that bounty. But lo and behold, here we are. So hopefully my guys are unscathed and also just like not run into the ground. So maybe if Barca could just go up like 3-0 in the first half, then they'll shut the you know the tunes down for the rest of the match. So we'll see how that progresses. But I do not want to take a -4, but I will consider it if multiple guys are just absolutely dead, then I'll have to consider it, which will be just very painful. But yeah, hopefully we'll bring home a bag this weekend. That'd be very nice.
I
And
believe.
yeah, captaincy, like, yeah, Wilson would be fun for Burnley at home, but um, he played 90 though. At least he was he's flagged yellow flag the week before. At least he played 90 this past game week. So, but I think for me, trying to match everybody and then have a bench boost, I should
Yeah,
just play it safe with captaincy, right? Like, there's no need.
I think so.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning into the hashtag FPL USA Press Play podcast. Thank you very much, Connor. I appreciate you, my man, for subbing in for Bucks. He was dead and gone and buried himself under his Chelsea flag. That guy bleeds too much Chelsea. And you know what? He was saying something along like this team is killing me or whatever else. I'm like, it's your expectations of this team that are killing you is really what it is. But he's a dreamer, so he's hoping for better days ahead for Chelsea with this team and no transfers for a year plus. So we'll see how it goes. But anywhere else to mention or highlight for the fans to find you, Connor?
No, FPL underscore hunt on X, but
That's
don't
right.
use that platform. But
Yep, you're there every now and then, but I appreciate you joining. Yeah, what's happening around San Diego? Anything cool happening here in the springtime, or you're just chilling, working, surfing,
yeah,
whatever?
the huge. You know what's interesting though is the Swiss national team for the World Cup is staying at like a hotel right by my house.
Love that. That's cool, man. You have to
So,
just walk in the morning, see what the lads are out and about.
well, it's some like super fancy hotel that has like gate and guards and stuff.
Surely somebody's gonna be wearing some gear and having to get a pastry or a coffee or
Yeah,
something.
I'll try and like walk around when they start training and stuff. We'll see. Maybe I can
Yeah,
get like a Jaka signature or something.
yeah. Who else? Switzerland.
No
Uh,
one like Premier
a,
League
a,
and Bolo is like big one.
Akanji, I think. Right?
Yeah.
He's Swiss. Who
Yes.
else? No, it's funny because at least you have a cool team. So in the Santa Barbara area, we are also having a team, and it's the Austrian national team that are going to be in our small little city
Yeah.
limits here. And I was looking, I was like, who Austria? I'm like, Marcel Sabitzer, whatever. Remember that guy who played for Dortmund and then United for
Yeah.
a minute? Yeah, he's the only player that I recognize from the Austrian national team.
Yeah, it would have been cooler to have like a big team, but
Yeah, but they're posted up in big cities, and but it's cool though. So you never know. You never know what kind of run in you might see, or maybe all these people are coming to America. There's lots of sinful moments to be had. So it'll be
I'm
interesting to
so
see if
scared
anybody
for
gets
the
in trouble.
traffic during the World Cup.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like,
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be something else.
wait,
Are
are
you
they
going to any?
playing
Are you going to
anything?
any matches?
No.
No.
And
Okay.
honestly, I was sad at first, but now I'm like, just I'd rather watch it. You have a better view at home, or like somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know,
Or
Connor. I got access to some things, so I'll probably have to slide into your DMs. I got tickets across a few different things, so might be able to loop you into an LA excursion. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Best of luck in blank game week 31, and then hopefully you'll have a nice break to cleanse your palate before chip season truly begins and the run-in is on. We will see who can really make the final push to enter that top 100, top 50, top 10K. So shout out to you, FPL Conte. Keep at it, baby. 11K overall right now. The dream is still on. So hopefully Avi can be the one that, the one from the group chat that actually has a good season
the
compared to
only
all
one.
the others. Yeah. I looked at it today. I was like, "Oof, this is a rough showing from the squad this year." But all right, that's a wrap. We'll catch you around soon.